Hey, what is up, otakus? This is ZonictheZtatic, and now it's time for me to discuss about the Yuukaku-Hen of Kimetsu No Yaiba of Demon Slayer. But man, since the previous video I talked about in the Mugen Train arc, so if you want to check it out, if you haven't watched it already, so make sure to click it on the description down below. If you haven't seen my first season of the Demon Slayer, it's on the description down below as well. So, in this story about the Kimetsu No Yaiba Yuukaku-Hen, what's in Japanese for Entertainment District Arc. This is formerly previous name. There's a Red Light District Arc. So it's now the Entertainment District Arc now. So I'm supposed to say Kimetsu no Yaiba Yuukaku-Hen. So this is the story about how they first met with the Sao Hashira Tengen Uzui. I believe that is called, but you know what I mean. He was the Sao Hashira. Was our first read the manga, so this has to. Let me tell you how to explain the details about the Yuukaku-Hen of the Kimetsu no Yaiba. Now, in the beginning of the story, Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke had first met with the Sao Hashira Tengen Uzui. And Tengen Uzui, they plan to go on a trip to Yuukaku-Hen, which stands for Entertainment District. It's a wonderful place of the Japanese culture of the young women who's represented as the young maids that's been going along together. It's actually a lot of people around here. So they went in there, and Tengen Uzui has planned for Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu wearing disguises as beautiful maids, as a beautiful women. But first I read the manga, I just chuckle how the Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke has dressed up as women as a disguise before they went to Yuukaku-Hen. So, oh man, they're doing their job. They're doing their jobs as to pretend to be the wonderful, lovely maids. By the way, by then, all of a sudden, the mystery has captured that one of Tengen's wives, that is, I can't remember what his name, but she was very tied up as a Kaiko, who's been tied up by Daiki. All right. Prepare for the amazing, fantastic battle in Kimetsu no Yaiba Yuukaku-Hen. So, here we go. In this battle, Tanjiro was to battle Daiki. But now, at first, Tanjiro using the water breather 4-4 striking tie law. And it was completely amazing. Daiki used creative techniques against Tanjiro. And she was using her robes from the Komodo, but it's pretty fantastic. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing how Daiki and Tanjiro was battle each other. And now, for the spoiler alert, that Nezuko wants to battle Daiki when Tanjiro was covering or exhausted, used to breathe from using Hinokami Kakura. And she was Nezuko uses her berserk transformation as herself and brutally defeats Daiki. It was using his feet, but they were stomping her. Daiki was brutally. I was completely losing. So Tengen Uzui has defeated Daiki with one strike. But now I was completely blown by now, and all of a sudden, wait for it, the spoiler alert, Daiki has the brother named Gataro, who's aka Daiki's brother. And once I seen the manga, firstly to see the manga, I was completely shocked. Tanjiro has been woken up and he sees everything in Yuukaku-Hen was on fire. But now, Tanjiro sees Gantaro was completely attacked Tengen, the Shira, who was completely frightened because that he's never been so scared of a Gantaro was it wants to battle with by himself. But now he wants to run away. In its extended cutscene, he decides to run away from Gantaro, and Gantaro tells Gentaro was to tell Tanjiro who was to join Gentaro and Daki was becoming the demon by the 12 Katsuki. But by then, Tanjiro was not joined them, Gentaro and Daki. But he decides to not give up and promised to defeat Gentaro and Daki by the teammates. By then, all of a sudden, Gentaro was back. He's completely poisoned, by the way. Tengen, who was to save Tanjiro, was completely insane. It was completely insane. Tanjiro and Gentaro versus Tengen, and it was completely incredible. It's completely incredible how Tengen and Gentaro has to be fighting each other. They're running in circles. By the way, I was completely losing my mind. And by then, Zenitsu and Inosuke came back to the second round and decided to defeat Daki for themselves. And Tanjiro was to team up with Tengen, who was to defeat Gantaro. It was completely insane. It was completely insane with how amazing fight in the Kimetsu No Yaiba Yuukaku-Hen. So their promise is not to give up. After what they did, they successfully defeat Gentaro and Daki. But then all of a sudden, it just exploded. It just completely destroyed in Yuukaku-Hen. Tanjiro was alive with Nezuko, and Zenitsu was alive as well, and Inosuke was alive as well, and Tengen and his 3 wives has already alive as well as ever, as always. But I couldn't shed a tear about how I saw the ending of the Kimetsu No Yaiba Yuukaku-Hen, and they're coming out of the real name. Daki's real name was Ume, was again in the past when he admits what his brother Gentaro in the past, by the way. I understand whether the Daki was completely moved by who was completely related together as Daki and Gentaro, was it as siblings? It's very similar to the Daki and Gentaro and Tanjiro and Nezuko was related all together. It says Tanjiro tells Gentaro and Daki, it says you should have been y'all are siblings by together, but you shouldn't be arguing about each other, by the way. And once it all has done, everything's completely. It was completely beautiful. It was in the ending. It's completely through. It's completely through. All right. That was my anime review of Kimetsu No Yaiba Yuukaku-Hen. It was, I would give this one on a scale of 10. I would give this 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, 8.5 out of 10. And that's it. By the way. was a great one. It was a great one. Yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, my previous videos of Mugen Train arc and in first season, make sure you check out it in the description down below. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And check out my second channel as well. And check out my social media, says Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and TikTok. So once again, see you guys later. Signing off at ZonictheZtatic.